In our continuing coverage of rising food prices, we now turn to this week's Bottom Line with Neil Melancon. And Neil, I see you've got a bag of apples over there, so this has got to be what, apple a day keeps the doctor away?
Well, Mike, with the rising cost of health care these days, I was hoping it would avoid at least one medical bill. And with the cost of food increasing, this apple may be one of the few bargains. As a recent USDA report found, only the cost of fruit is keeping prices within the estimates projected at the beginning of the year. At the start of 2011, the USDA projected that the cost of food at the retail level would increase by about 3 or 4%. That's the cost grocery stores pay. Now, translated to you at home, this means about 3.5 to 4.5% in increases. But that was all before meat prices began skyrocketing, increasing to a recently projected 6 to 8% by the end of the year. That almost threw off the estimates at the beginning of the year, except for the cost of fruit, which is only expected to rise by about 2 or 3%, less than expected due to strong California production. Now, the bottom line here is that it's only this small increase in fruit prices that are keeping the estimates within what USDA said at the start of the year. Meat, vegetables, dairy, and grains are all up from both last year and higher than the 2011 projections. The good news is that some of those prices are targeted to come down, but not until the end of next year. So in the meantime, it looks like we'll be eating a lot more of these, Mike, and hopefully save some money and some extra pounds on the waistline.
Well, Neil, as long as you're eating an apple and that keeps the Twyla medical bills down, knock yourself out. Neil Melancon, thanks. And remember, you can listen to Neil's radio reports on the Louisiana Farm Bureau Radio Network. For a list of stations where you can tune in or listen online, visit our website at twylatv.org and look for the LFB radio link on the left side of the home page. That does it for this edition of This Week in Louisiana Agriculture. Next week, we'll bring you an encore presentation of our show from South America that we brought you back in April. That's while we are attending the Louisiana Farm Bureau's 89th Annual Convention in New Orleans. We'll bring you all the stories from convention in 2 weeks. Until then, you can watch any of our stories online. Click over to our website, twylatv.org. For all of us here at This Week in Louisiana Agriculture, I'm Michael Dana. Thanks so much for joining us, everybody. Hope to see you again right here next week.